Have you given enough thought to how your phone might be impacting your sleep? Now, sleep is such an important part of all of our lives. You'll know if you've had a period where you have insomnia or bad sleep or children keeping you awake or illness keeping you awake. Anything like that, you know how horrible it feels trying to get through the day. It's like wading through treacle, isn't it? And all you can think about is getting in bed that night and almost fearing your bed in case it happens again. It's not a nice feeling. We all need sleep to function effectively, for our bodies to recover from the day. And it is just a massively important part of being a human being. But the problem is, we now have technology that is having a negative impact on that, including your smartphone. So, exactly how is your smartphone impacting your sleep? Well, first of all, I know many people who say they get into bed, they pick up their phone, they start scrolling on TikTok, Instagram, their app of choice, and before they know it, hours have gone. Now, obviously, when they've got to get up the next morning to go to work, those hours or even minutes is time when they should be sleeping, because they can't extend the time because they have to get up the next day. And so they're missing out on sleep by doing the constant unconscious scroll, where rather than getting into bed and deciding to go to sleep, they're getting into bed and picking up their phone instead, which is causing a huge distraction and, as a result, taking away your sleep time. On top of that, though, when you get into bed and you're staring at your phone emits blue light, and blue light has been shown to negatively impact sleep. You see, blue light interferes with the release of melatonin, and melatonin is what tells your brain it's time to wind down and relax and go to sleep. Instead, by taking on blue light, we're telling our brains it's time to be awake, it's time for sunshine, it's daytime, it's not nighttime at all. And, you know, as human beings, our brains are designed in such a way to be awake during the day and to sleep through the night when it's dark. By giving it all that light through our eyeballs, just as we're about to try and get to sleep, we might either stop ourselves from falling asleep, or if you're tired enough, you'll just fall asleep anyway. But you might find yourself waking up in the night and being unable to get back to sleep. And guess what a lot of people do when they can't sleep in the night? They pick up their phone. They throw more blue light into their eyeballs, which is really, really bad for your sleep. So that blue light, even though we can, by all means set blue light blockers on our phone, wear blue light glass blockers, blue light glasses, etc., we are still putting some light through our eyeballs, and that is definitely going to have a negative impact on our sleep. And then the final way in which our phone use is impacting our sleep is by what we are consuming on our phone. Rather than switching down and winding down and turning off our brains, we are firing up our brains with information and content and possibly things that are quite negative and keep us awake at night worrying or feeling anxious from what we've just seen on our phones. So it's also the content we're consuming just before we go to sleep when we're trying to wind down and switch our brain off. And instead, we're wiring it up and switching it on with all of this information that we're throwing at it, which is not going to help us get a good night's sleep. Now, I don't want to sound like some preacher saying, hey, you've got to throw your phone away if you want a good night's sleep. But what I do want to do is get across the message that your phone and sleep don't go together very well. And it's really important that you think about that relationship. And if you are having trouble sleeping, think about how your phone might be impacting that. Of course, there are several ways that you can do that. You can make changes to that. So first of all, stop looking at your phone when you get in bed. If you find that you just naturally go to pick up your phone, try having your phone somewhere else in the bedroom. I know it's a big step to take it away from the bedroom, particularly if you use it for things like your alarm. So instead, have it maybe at the other side of your bedroom where you would have to get out of bed to go and look at it. That way, when you get into bed, you haven't got the option of looking at your phone. You've only got the option of going to sleep. So keep it either out of the bedroom, or if that feels like too big a step, keep it further away from you in the bedroom that you can't reach it. This also has a huge advantage in the morning when you use it for your alarm, because you've got to get out of bed to turn off your alarm and then you're up for the day. You could also set screen limits so that you can't access anything, say from 9 p.m, for example, on your phone. So it switches everything down from a set time as well. That really helps if you're just in the habit of constantly scrolling on your phone or picking up your phone, then that will really help. And then changing your habit, so switching it for another habit, such as reading in bed. So when you get into bed at night, you pick up a book and you read. Now, I try and read every single night, but some nights I can only read for about 2 minutes before I find my eyes glazing over and me wanting to go to sleep, which is completely the opposite to what happens when I'm looking at my phone before I go to sleep. My brain wires up. Reading definitely calms my brain down and helps to switch it off. So maybe switch scrolling on your phone to reading a book. Do you remember those things, those physical book things? Try one of them. So I hope this has given you some thought into how sleep might be impacting how your phone might be impacting your sleep. And if you would like to learn more about reducing your phone use and the impact your phone use is having on your life, I'd love for you to check out my short course, Reduce Your Phone Use. It includes both a video and an ebook, and I'll pop all the details of it in the description. And if you're interested in finding out lots more about digital well-being and the impact technology and the digital world is having on our lives, please subscribe to my channel and take care, and I hope you get a great night's sleep tonight. Bye.